Everybody, let's get into this mock draft. That's right, we are mock draft 6.0 from the WayneBreezie show. Are you guys ready? Let's do it, man. Now listen, we've been using PFF, Mock Draft Simulator, because I like the way that they allow the trades to happen. You can also trade players as well using their Mock Draft Simulator. So we'll go ahead and continue to use their Mock Draft Simulator. Now make sure you hit that like button if this is, you're here. You just happen to come across or stumble across the page. Hit that like button for sure. Also, this is the first time watching, subscribe to the channel, all right? And you can support the channel by just clicking on join. It'll take you through the process of becoming a member of the Breezie Bunch crew. You can take advantage of all the cool perks that the Breezie Bunch crew has to offer, like being as a special guest on the WayneBreezie show. So go ahead, click on join today. All right, let's get into this mock draft. San Francisco 49ers are picking 11. And we already know that there's some stuff going on. Now we got the new trade talks with Deebo Samuel wanting to be traded, requesting to trade from the San Francisco 49ers. So this could be interesting. Now, I'm going to start my draft, and let's see how I want to attack this draft. Now, there's a rumor going on out there that's saying that Deebo wants to be traded to the Pittsburgh Steelers. So I tell you what, let's go check out what the Steelers have, where they're drafting, and let's see what we can get from the Pittsburgh Steelers. Now, I'm not seeing, am I missing something here? I don't see the Steelers having a first-round pick in this draft. So let me scroll over this. Okay, so pick 21. See, I needed to see it from the big draft board issue. So let's look for pick 21, Pittsburgh Steelers. So if the Niners are willing to trade, let's see if they will take Deebo Samuel. All right. Now, it's almost there. Niners got to offer a little bit more. All right. It looks like the Niners got to offer a lot of bit more. All right. Because we want that first-round pick. I know swapping first-round picks will get the job done. I know for sure it'll get the job done. You know what I mean? But I don't want the Niners to give up the first round pick. So let's just see what Deebo Samuel's value will go for straight up. All right. So there's a 75% chance that the Steelers will give the 49ers. Okay. It would give the 49ers a second-round pick for Deebo Samuel. So the question is out there, would you trade Deebo Samuel for a second-round pick? And for me, it's a hell yeah. Like it's a no-brainer. You're getting a second-round pick for a second-round pick. Deebo was a former second-round pick, so you're getting back the value that you actually spent on Deebo Samuel. Now, I can ask for a little bit more, but you can see that the chances lessen. All right, the chances lessen for Deebo Samuel. So we won't be able to get their first-round pick for Deebo, but we can get a second-round pick, and I think the 49ers might tend to move on from Deebo Samuel. And let me check their wide receivers. Let's see if there's a guy we can kind of like bring in here. You guys remember Ben Skowronek from the Los Angeles Rams? Why do I feel like he's just buried down here on the Pittsburgh Steelers depth chart? Now, a lot of us will want Mike Williams back. You can see that's not going to move the needle. So we'll take Mike Williams off. Maybe Calvin Austin. Nope, doesn't move the needle. Van Jefferson, older player, doesn't move the needle. Roman Wilson. Michigan player. Roman Wilson, second round pick. And I'm going to try this. Now, I'm going to see what happens. I would like the Niners to get a player back in far as wide receiver. Right? That way they don't have to necessarily focus on their draft capital for the draft. So I'm going to attempt this. I'm going to offer the trade. And if it gets declined, it gets declined. All right, cool. So Roman Wilson was a rookie last year. I think the Niners can get the best out of him. He's on a young contract. It's not going to cost the 49ers much money. They can just draft a wide receiver this year. But why waste a draft pick on a wide receiver? All right, so let's see if we can add in a pick. Let's see if we can give up one of these comp picks. Pick 138, 85% chance. Okay. Now we're cooking. All right, maybe pick 187. All right, we start that 6th-round pick. So a 6th-round pick, Deebo Samuel for a 2nd-round pick, and Roman Wilson. Let's see if they trade that. No, they are not budging. All right, let's take off the Roman Wilson. Let's take off that trade. I wanted Roman because he's on a rookie contract. So if everybody wanted to understand what I'm doing, he's on a rookie contract. But you know what? I say let's do it. I say let's go up to this pick right here. All right. 79% chance, pick 149. Let's just see what happens. All right, let's see what happens. And we could probably get a 7th in return. Boom. It's kind of picking late. Let's see if we can go for that 7. Let's see what happens. They did it. All right. The trade is in before the draft starts. The San Francisco 49ers. For those that are watching, we traded our first round pick. I'm sorry. Let me stop that. We traded wide receiver Deebo Samuel and a 6th round pick, or a 4th round pick, pick 149, for the Pittsburgh Steelers 2nd round pick, a 7th round pick, and second year wide receiver Roman Wilson from the Steelers. All right, so let's go ahead and start the draft. So the Niners this year, we're gonna have an extra 2nd round pick. All right, extra 2nd round pick. Now with the Super Bowl being in play, you guys kind of got a glimpse of what happened, and you saw how the game was won in the trenches. So I'm gonna focus on this being a draft. Great players, but starting off in the trenches. And I think defensively, with our new coordinator being Robert Saleh returning to the realm, I think he's just going to be the guy. He's going to get his picks, right? So if you see me going defense, don't mind me. But it's got to be Walter Nolan for me, defensive player. So the San Francisco 49ers are picking Walter Nolan. I'm not trading back for him. I see him on the board. I'm not going to play the trade back game. I'm going to go ahead, get the draft on, select Walter Nolan. I think that's a great pick for the San Francisco 49ers. Now, like I said, I wouldn't be surprised. Now, what I should have tried to do was trade back up into the 1st round, but I didn't. I know I got 2 2nd round picks, and possibly I could have took those 2 2nd round picks and some capital later and probably traded back up into the 1st round, but I did not. So just looking at the screen, I said that I want to go defense, and I wouldn't be surprised if the Niners double down on the defense right here. Let's look at the edge rushers. I do want to see who's available. I do like the kid out of Ohio State. I also like what I saw from Kyle Kennard from South Carolina. I think Kyle Kennard fits this defense a little bit better. Now, I do know I picked 53, so the question is, do I jump up? Do I get JT Tuamalo, or do I wait and try to get Kyle Kennard? And there's some good edge rushers here. Josiah Stewart is still available. From Michigan, David Walker is still available. I don't necessarily have to address the edge right now, but I wouldn't be surprised if this is the route that the Niners go. Let's just go look at which best players available. Linebacker Jahad Campbell. I just don't feel like I like him, but I don't know if I want to waste a 2nd round pick on him. Actually, this might actually be a good idea. Especially if the Niners don't re-sign Dre Greenlaw and you get one of the high prospect linebackers coming out of college, this might not be a bad idea at all, now that I think about it. Let's go ahead and draft linebacker Jahad Campbell out of Alabama. You want to know what he can do. This kid is good against the run. He can rush the passer. You can see his overall grade. Look at him in coverage, 80.2. That's what I need. You want Dre Greenlaw. You want a coverage linebacker. You want a weak side guy. Well, you better get Jahad Campbell. He's available. Boom, boom, boom. The pick is in. Now, remember, we got 2 2nd round picks, and I didn't address the trenches, and I'm going to continue with the trench talk. I think the Niners get more aggressive with speed in the secondary, and I like Darian Porter, who is available right now. I definitely do, but I do want to see the 49ers address the trenches. I see Donovan Jackson there. What is Donovan Jackson? He's an offensive lineman. What does that mean? That means he can play interior, and he can play inside guard, and he can play outside as a tackle. Now, he's a tackle by nature, but due to the injuries of the Ohio State offensive line, a phenomenal offensive lineman was Donovan Jackson. He's sitting right here. Now, he didn't participate in the Senior Bowl. He wasn't one of those guys, but I see him available. I'm not going to pass up on Donovan Jackson when I know I can get probably one of the best combo offensive linemen in the draft. And there you go, Donovan Jackson as a San Francisco 49er. Now, this will be the year that I think we actually double up interior. Now, we focused earlier on the trenches, so we addressed the trenches a few times. We got defensive presence, we got offensive line presence with our trade pick from the Pittsburgh Steelers. So that pick actually worked out. So we really replaced Deebo Samuel with that particular offensive lineman in Donovan Jackson. All right, so we didn't go dynamic weapon. We didn't have to. All right, we got our linebackers, so we don't have to worry about linebackers here. We got 2 third-round picks going on for us right now. And I say that the 49ers now it's time to address some weapons. I do like big Alfred Collins. I said that the Niners could potentially go with a pass rushing defensive tackle and a big run stuffing defensive tackle. And let's look at Alfred Collins because I see him available right here. And if you want to know what he's great at, well, it's stopping the run. And I just feel like for the San Francisco 49ers, they got to get better and stopping the run. Now, if I'm going interior defensive tackle here, I just want to see which some of my guys are available. I like Deion Walker. I like Jordan Phillips. I think Darius Alexander is gone. Ania Peoples is there as well. Shamar Turner, CJ West, Tim Smith, Junior Tafuno. There's a bunch of guys, but I'm really going to go with the guy that I feel like is going to be the big run stuffing guy. Yes, the Niners need a safety. All right. They definitely need a safety. I see Nick Imanwiri right there, but Andre Makuba may be available for me, and he's my second favorite safety in this draft. So I'm going to wait on the safety position. Jonas Sanker is there as well. I do want to check corners, though. So I'm going to miss out on my chance of getting Azariah Thomas. This is going to get a little rough. Do I go interior here? Do I soul up the defense? You know what? I said I'm addressing the trenches. I'm going to address the trenches. The pick is in. Alfred Collins, San Francisco 49ers. Here he comes out of Texas, all right? All right, and look, I'm doubling down, man. I'm going to Texas 2 times. I told you I wanted my safety, so I see him available. I'm not going to sit here and bumbleclot not address the safety position. Now, the Cleveland Browns looking to move up in this a couple of picks. Where do I think the Cleveland Browns are going to go? I don't know, but I can look to get more picks in this draft with this 99th pick. And there are a couple of safeties out there that I actually like. All right, so I can look to get pick 102 and 192. All right, so picks 102 and 192, which will be Miami pick. They got a bunch of picks from a bunch of other teams, and I could probably have them throw in a 7th round pick just to be funny, right, for pick 99. I'm going to offer this trade and see what happens. Boom. So we did some wheeling. We did some dealing. We got the money hustling right now. And they're going to move up, 3 spots? All right. Now, they may take our safety, but that's okay. There's options there. Love Jonas Sanker, too. I don't believe he was taken. So let's just see where they go. And they definitely take our guy. So they don't play. They do us dirty. But we knew. You knew that they were going to. Sanker went to. I see what they did. Okay, Miami, you did us dirty. You got us. Miami took Sanker. Who took Makuba? I don't know. So now, look, I see Billy Bowman Jr. there. We can address the safety position. Not a huge need as of right now. Do got 2 current safeties on the actual roster. I think we got to go edge rusher here because I don't remember really going edge, and I didn't go edge. And now I see David Walker here, and I'm not going to play around. I traded back. Now I'm going to be able to get my David Walker edge rusher out of Central Arkansas. If you want a guy that can get to the quarterback every single rep, this is the guy. Central Arkansas, David Walker is now San Francisco 49er. All right, we're another 4th round pick. So we traded out of the 3rd round. We're back in the 4th round. So boom, 4th round pick. And remember, we traded one of our 4th round picks, which was the later one. We actually traded that one. So now here's our original 4th round pick, and I think they go tight end here, right? I feel like Terrence Ferguson is available. You want a blocking, pass catching tight end. That's a guy, and he has great hands. I love the wide receiving spot. I know we got my man Roman Wilson from Michigan, and we got several 4th round picks here. I do believe Jalen Noel is going to be gone. I don't want to pass up on getting a wide receiver like Jalen Noel. So I think for the San Francisco 49ers, I may actually take Jalen Noel, even though Terrence Ferguson is staring me in the face. And I know there's going to be other wide receivers that you can actually get in this draft. I just don't know if that's the route I want to go. Because I see a player like Jalen Noel, guy that can win on the outside, guy that can win on the inside, great route running, amazing hands. This this can be interesting. This could be interesting for the San Francisco 49ers. Let me just see who's available as far as wide receivers. I see Jalen Noel, Pat Bryant is there. So Kyle Williams, Nick Nash. There's several wide receivers. Ricky White. I want Jalen though. I want Jalen. I gotta check the tight ends because I know once Ferguson is gone, it's a wrap. I think Ferguson is the guy. Big kid too, tall kid. Met him. You know what I'm saying? Let's just see what his height. Where they got him as far as his height here. 6'5", yeah, big kid, 6'5". And I think he's gonna run well. He has really good hands. So the pick is in. I can get a wide receiver later. All right, looks like a bunch of quarterbacks are on the board. Now, the 49ers have actually met with the running back that I see available, Ja'Cory Krosky Merritt out of Arizona. All right, I wouldn't be surprised if he is actually a pick. Will the Niners spend another fourth-round pick on a running back? That's like the ultimate question, right? Will they spend another fourth-round pick on a running back? Jalen Noel went to the Colts, too. Ain't that a motherfreaker? But the Niners could look to draft a quarterback in this particular draft. They have several fourth-round picks, according to, you know, PFF's mock draft. They have several fourth-round picks available. We got two more, the two compensatory picks. I wouldn't mind spending one of these picks on a quarterback. We're picking back-to-back, so this might be a good way of doing it. Or do I go up and get my safety here? I think the Niners will wait on quarterback. I do honestly believe so. So I'm going to draft back-to-back. I'm going to draft Ja'Cory Krosky Merritt, running back out of Arizona. And then with the next pick, I'm going to get Billy Bowman Jr., who had one of the most impressive Senior Bowls down in Mobile. I'm going to get Billy Bowman Jr. from Oklahoma. So I was able to get one of my top safeties that I feel like will fit the 49ers very well. All right, for those that are just tuning in, make sure you hit that like button. I definitely appreciate it. And you can see we got 2 6th-round picks and 3 7th-round picks, and teams are still willing to trade if we wanted to move back. Now, there's going to be some gems that I'm going to drop in this particular draft. We've definitely addressed it. You can see what we have addressed it, right? We went trench, we went linebacker, we went trench, we went trench, we went trench, we went tight end, trench. And then we started to address the secondary and so forth. So at this point, I'm personally looking at the corners. I want to see which cornerbacks are available around in the 6th round. Tommy Hill from Nebraska is available. Jabbar Muhammad is available. I feel like I've lost out on some of the great top tier speedy corners. Tommy Hill, even though he was a faller, and to me, in the Senior Bowl, I still liked his presence in the red zone. I feel like in the red zone, he wasn't giving up plays. Now, this might be a reach for him here, and I think I'm going to wait just because of where his value is, and so I'll wait on him. But I definitely like his presence there. I do. I truly do. I wouldn't mind doubling up at linebacker. I see Jake Higgins there. Maybe the center, Jake Majors. Do we address the center position in the draft? We have more draft picks at this point, so there's a possibility that they do so. I wouldn't mind if they did. We already addressed the safety position. John Williams, tackle out of Cincinnati, plays left tackle. True pass blocking grade is an 80. It's not great in the run. And so that could be an issue with the Niners moving forward. Don't want to really spend a pick on it, but we're in the 6th round. So at this point, you're getting players that you're trying to develop anyway. But there are a couple of tackles that I like that I feel like we can get a little bit later on down the draft. So just interior itself, Jake Majors again there. Miles Frazier, I thought had a good Senior Bowl as well. He can play guard. That might be a guy. I kind of like Miles Frazier. I'm not going to stunt on you. I kind of like him. He's great pass blocking, but he's not particularly great in zone. And since he's not great in zone, I don't know if he'll be a good fit here. Dylan Fairchild, I'm looking for that zone grade. This might be a better option for the San Francisco 49ers. Pass blocking grade is good, but that zone run grade, that's what you're looking for. Zone run. How quick can these guys get to the outside? It looks like he has the speed to get to the outside. Marcus Ware from Montana State is a player, okay? He is a player. I know it's a smaller school, but look, right guard, right tackle, just screams 49er to me. Screams 49er to me. I think I'm going to wait on the interior guys as well. So then you go back to looking at best player available. Will the Niners draft a quarterback in this round? Kyle McCord is there from Syracuse. Curtis Rourke is there from Indiana. So those can be options. I'm not going to lie. They could be options. Like Tyler Schaff, though. I really liked him out of Louisville. Thought he had a good Senior Bowl. Seth Hennigan, another guy. You see me mock drafting before. So I'm going to wait on the quarterbacks, too. I'm going to wait on the quarterbacks. Do we double up at the tackle spot or do I wait? I said I was going to wait. But you can see he is versatile. Left tackle, left guard, right tackle, right guard. Only position he hasn't played, center. Only position he hasn't played. 6'5", 315. Kind of fits the bill, right? Let's go interior. Let's go tackle here. Let's address the trenches. Let's get better. We got the draft picks. Let's do it. All right. Now, again, we're still picking. This is our second 6th-round pick. And I did say I wanted to get, I think I'm going to double up at the linebacking position. I like Jamari Caldwell, though. I don't know what his grade is looking like here, but I liked what I saw from him at the Senior Bowl. Big kid up front, was getting pressure. Do we go 3 defensive interior tackles? You can see he lines up over in the A gap and the B gap, like he's played both of them over the tackle, outside the tackle, so he can play on the line. 6'1", 340. I kind of like this big run stuffing kid. Got me tinking. Do I go back-to-back picks from Oregon? It's gonna look like I'm an Oregon fan out there. Maybe I do. Maybe we go back-to-back picks from Oregon. Let's go ahead and do it, man. Jamari Caldwell. Let me just double check and just see how many players I took as edge. 3? Man, look, I said we're gonna draft interior, and I hope these kids come in here and ball the freak out. All right, so we've gotten 3 kids from Oregon. What a year. So we went interior. We got linebacker. We got Donovan Jackson, the tackle guard, with the 2nd-round pick from Pittsburgh from the trade for Deebo Samuel. All right. We got Alfred Collins, right? So we're going to stop the run. The key is having rotation after rotation after rotation. Now we're in the 7th round. I did say I want to go probably quarterback in this round. I see Tyler Schaff there. I'm going to go ahead and get him out of Louisville. And now I'm going to look to address, the interior. I said I wanted to get a cornerback, 7th-round pick. Let's go ahead, get the cornerback, Tommy Hill. How many picks do I have left? Oh, we pick back-to-back picks. So I'm going to go ahead and just go in order. So both picks are going to be in. I'm going to grab Marcus Ware, guard from Montana State. And then I'm going to grab Tommy Hill, cornerback. Do I want Tommy Hill or do I want Cam Miller? He's better against the run. I'm going to go Tommy Hill. I seen Tommy Hill play at the Senior Bowl, and there were some things about him that I liked. And there's our mock draft, man. There's our 6th mock draft in the books, ladies and gents. All right, now a lot of people didn't like PFF did not like that I drafted Walter Nolan when I could have took Will Johnson, one of the best tight ends. One of the best cornerbacks in the draft. Overall, they gave us a good grade. They gave us a B+. All right, gave us a B+. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. But Walter Nolan, Jahad Campbell, Donovan Jackson. All right, now people don't remember what I traded, but I traded Deebo Samuel and a 5th-round pick, okay, for Roman Wilson, a 2nd and a 7th-round pick. All right, so I thought we got some good value for Deebo Samuel. I understand people are going to feel like this is not realistic. Those that are going to watch the show, you're going to comment that it's not realistic. I get it, but I don't make up the simulator. They did this, so understood. I put it on as realistic as you can get. We also traded back, right? We gave up our 99th pick in the 3rd round, and we grabbed an early 4th-round pick, 3 spots back. We got a 6th and a 7th. So we really built this team. If you look at what we did, we were really able to build this team, especially in the trenches. We added some pieces, some elements to some of the other defensive spots. We've addressed I didn't get a wide receiver in this draft. That's okay. It's okay. Undrafted guys. We didn't. Oh, but I got a wide receiver. I got Roman Wilson. See how I think? Boom, 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 boom. Ladies and gentlemen, thank y'all so much for tuning in. Make sure you hit that like button. And don't forget, man, if you're new to this channel, please subscribe to the channel. Go ahead and click on that subscribe button. You can also support by just joining the Breezie Bunch crew. I love y'all, man. Keep it faithful to the Bay. Peace, 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 peace.